This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is a violation of the law.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third-generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy. Or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage and graphics. We'll be your trusted partner throughout. Because signs do more than point the way. They help the world make sense.
We're helping build your dreams at the ProLine Building Company. Quality that you can trust in every building we construct. ProLine is the place to know. We're committed to helping your dreams grow. We're helping build your dreams at the ProLine Building Company.
Grinnell Booster Club supports all Tiger athletics from the middle school all the way up to the high school through fundraising, membership drives, concession stand revenues at all the home events. There are many different ways you can get involved. One, through membership levels from a single, a family, even into the business. There are many attractive levels that you can be a part of this wonderful club. Your membership funds help support uniforms, warm-ups, summer speed camps, baseball and softball batting cages, and the list goes on. You want to be a part of a great group? Join the Grinnell Booster Club today.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third-generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polyeisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polyeis Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 5th Avenue, Grinnell.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage and We'll be your trusted partner throughout. Because signs do more than point the way. They help the world make sense.
We're helping build your dreams at the Proline Building Company. Quality that you can trust in every building we construct. Proline is the place to know. We're committed to helping your dreams grow. We're helping build your dreams at the Proline Building Company.
Grinnell Booster Club supports all Tiger athletics from the middle school all the way up to the high school through fundraising, membership drives, concession stand revenues at all the home events. There are many different ways you can get involved. One, through membership levels from a single, a family, even into the business. There are many attractive levels that you can be a part of this wonderful club. Your membership funds help support uniforms, warm-ups, summer speed camps, baseball and softball batting cages, and the list goes on. You want to be a part of a great group? Join the Grinnell Booster Club today.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Polyeis Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, the Dairy Barn, Proline Building Company in New Sharon, the Grinnell Booster Club, and Latitude Signage and Design. Our scoreboards are brought to you by Kurt's Collision Center. Our games are brought to you by Brent Nickel State Farm. Also a shout out to a couple of business card sponsors up there that do not have commercials, Grinnell Firestone and Turnkey Realty. Thank you for joining us tonight on the Tiger Sports live stream. I'll send it over to our play-by-play person, Chris Juni.
All right, Dan Walker, thank you very much. And again, a pleasant good evening, everyone, from Grinnell High School Gymnasium. And it is time for high school volleyball on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Tonight, the Tigers go out of conference. Sounds weird to say, but they do, but it's a very familiar foe. The Newton Cardinals come over on Highway 6, the 20 or so odd miles, and they take on the Tigers here. Of course, Newton's still part of the Little Hawkeye Conference, and as we have said, Grinnell now part of the WAMAC Conference in the WAMAC West Division. And Tigers coming into this game with a lot of momentum. We had the game Tuesday night where they played South Tama, who had come in and had won 4 of their last 5, including beating Williamsburg. And Tigers swept the Trojans 3-0, and Coach Zach Cerisa was very happy and just pleased to see the progress. And as we said, with a young team like that, you don't worry so much about wins and losses, he told me. It's just we want to try to improve every game, and that's what we focus on. Did we improve this game from last? Obviously, you get to when you see somebody, they proved a lot. So now the question becomes, can they continue that? Can they keep that momentum, get that consistency, that intensity, the mental toughness, all those things that go into making the volleyball streak going? Newton comes in tonight. They're coached by Heidi Willems. They're 1-2 in the Little Hawkeye Conference, 9-6 overall, and they're trending the downward side. They've lost 4 of their last 5. Matter of fact, this is their first game in exactly a week. Last Thursday, they lost to Des Moines Christian 2-0. So the Cardinals looking to get their ship righted here. Back in is what is familiar turf for them, Grinnell High Gymnasium. So we'll see them as they get introduced here by PA announcer Dave Schaefer. But as we said, they've lost 4 of their last 5 and looking to get that ship righted. A couple things about volleyball if you're just tuning in or not quite familiar with it. One of the rules that came up Tuesday night, and as it come up, I'll try to take time and explain them to you. But if Newton serves the ball to Grinnell's side and Grinnell bumps the ball up in the air and the ball hits up in the rafters, any part of the ceiling, the speaker, the piping, the bars, anything up there, as long as it is on Grinnell's side of the net and stays there, that is a live ball and can be played. And it just counts as another hit. And you get 3 hits per side. Volleyball matches consist of best 3 games out of 5. Each one is called a game. They played a 25, win by 2, and it is rally scoring. Rally scoring means there's a point scored on every time there's a serve. So as soon as they serve it up, somebody is going to get a point one way or the other. And again, they played at 25. You must win by 2. And if they are tied at 25 at the end, when they get to the whatever game, they just keep going until somebody wins by 2. I've seen scores of 35-33 or higher. It's just one of those weird things that can happen. Also, if they do get to that 5th game, instead of 25, they play to 15, and still win by 2, but then they shorten it down to 15. So lots of things tonight. And again, as these rules come up, I'll try to take a moment and explain everything to you as you see the Grinnell Tigers being introduced by PA announcer Dave Schaefer. And we're going to do our pause here as we get ready for the national anthem. And then we'll come back with high school volleyball, Grinnell hosting Newton on the Tiger Sports live stream network. All right, national anthem is in the books, and we are set for volleyball. As I said, Newton Cardinals come in. They're coached by Heidi Willems, 1-2 in the conference, Little Hawkeye Conference, 9-6 overall. Statistically, they are led by Macy Lampy in assists, has 244 assists on the season. That's just over 6 per game. And kills, you look to a familiar name if you're a Newton Cardinal fan tuning in tonight with us, Cadence On, AHN. She had sisters that played because they played against my daughters when they were here. She leads the Newton Cardinals in kills with 148 kills on the season. Also leads the team in blocks, Cadence On does, with 16 blocks. Dig leader is Chloe Swank with 121. And aces, Cadence On with 29 service aces. She is number 8. She's right there in the middle in the front row. And each side has to designate a captain, so I'm guessing the way she waved at the official, she is the captain. Unique thing about volleyball is the coach themselves cannot question a referee. The coach can have the captain, though. They can go up to their captain, their player, and say, can you please go ask the official what that call was or the explanation? And then very politely, the player will go ask, the official will give their explanation, and that's that. So here we go. Senior Olivia Renzi, the Tiger setter, gets a sign. We're to serve the ball, and we are underway. High school volleyball on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Nice serve by Renzi, dug up by On, bumped over, free ball by Newton. Bumped up by Grinnell, over to Renzi for the set. Over to McClellan on the far side, hammers it down and drops it off the block. Kenzie McClellan with adding to her team leading 83 kills with kill number 84. Tigers go up 1-0. Again, team took a big step Tuesday night, getting their first conference win over South Tama. And we'll see how that plays out tonight. Certainly will build their confidence. Renzi set over McClellan. McClellan has to free ball it over to Newton. Now Newton has a chance. Set up. Here's On. Tips it up and over. Saw the hole. Diving attempt by Renzi. And we talked about this Tuesday night. Yes, everybody loves to see the big swing and the players that really go up and hammer the ball. But if you're really good, you either can take a peek when you're going up or your teammates will tell you which hole to hit it towards, where the opening is, and that time Caitlin On saw that or was told that, and she put it right there. It's 1-1. Now On with the kill. Goes up big and strong. Blocked back by Grinnell. Back to On again. Here she goes again. This time block is tipped. Played up by Harms in the middle. Over to Renzi. Now to McClellan. She hammers it up. Ball is tipped up and hits the pole and out. So McClellan, right out of the gate, 2 attempts, 2 kills, hitting 100%. And Grinnell takes a 2-1 lead. Again, rally scoring. Every point, there's a score. And they play best 3 out of 5 games to 25, win by 2. There's a serve, and that's a service ace for Kenzie McClellan, the junior outside hitter for first-year coach Zach Cerisa. Tigers up 3-1. You see on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Next serve up, bumped up by Newton. Set up over, back row, free ball. Playing it over. I'll explain where free ball is in just a moment. There's a tip over to Stallman in the front row. She tips it up and over. Now a right side attack. Pardon me there. Right side attack by Newton. Played up back by Grinnell. Now to On, and now we have a 2-hand hit call by the chair umpire. That is a violation. And now it's 4-1 Grinnell. When I say free ball, that means there's no attack. The players just have to get the ball back over. It's a fairly easy way to receive the ball as the other team, and there's no attack attempt. There's a line drive serve played up by Newton, and that was called a 2-hit as well. Looked like that one did roll out, hit the hand, and hit off a part of the shoulder. That's the rule. You can't hit it, with your body part, twice if it's 2 different parts. There's a bump up by the Cardinals. Over now to On from the right side. She tries to tip it over. The rule's blocked back by Grinnell, so we keep playing, and that is out. And Tigers take a 6-1 lead. Another question I get asked a lot is, well, why do they need line judges? Why can't the 2 officials watch the lines? You see the line judges in either corner. As McClellan gets ready to serve this, we'll touch on that here in a moment. There's a serve in, bumped up by the Cardinals. Over now for the kill attempt by Chloe Rorabaugh, senior middle hitter. And her kill attempt went long, and now we got a timeout taken by Heidi Williams. We'll take one as well on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third-generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Polley's Pizza.
And we want to mention that our first game, as all our games are this year in volleyball, and our quarters in football, brought to us by Brent Nichols, State Farm Insurance, located not exactly on the corner, 146 and West and Grinnell, but pretty close, right behind the subway there, just north of the subway building. Brett Nickel State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor, State Farm Insurance, and Brett Nickel is there. 7-1 Tigers. Kill attempt by the Cardinals. Bump back up by Grinnell. Set over now, and now we have a net violation called on Grinnell. Kendra Knowlton that time is in the net. And that's a point for Newton. That stops a 6-point Grinnell run. It was 1-1, and then Grinnell ripped off 6 straight. Now it's 7-2. On to serve for the Cardinals. Her serve goes up on the back row. Hustle back by Grinnell. Now Tigers got to get over, and they do. Nice job by Grinnell. Kill attempt this time by Delaney Willems, the coach's daughter. Goes up now to this time hammered down by Reagan Stensrud. Right down the line, right where the opening was. You notice the hitters on the outside, folks. They'll either, their main target is try to aim right for where the line judges are, the corner where they're standing, or and the other corner where the two lines meet to make a point. Or they'll go right down the same side of the line they are, like Reagan did that time. Point for Grinnell, 8-2 Tigers. There's a return, bumped up. Rengie the set to the middle now to Stallman. She just pokes it up and over. Bit of a miss hit, but she gets it over. And now the Cardinals played over a free ball for Grinnell. There's a pass by Harms to Renzie. Short set taken that time by Grinnell. Played up nicely by the Cardinal. Good hustle there. Now on the back row attack. He gets it down, but bumped up nicely by Grinnell. There's a set back to the middle. Now McClellan tries a back row attack. It's played up as well by Newton. Over now to the right side. Here's Willems with a kill, and it's in. Delaney Willems, 5'7", junior outside hitter, gets a point down, and Cardinals needed that. And it's 8-3. Coming in now to serve for the Cardinal, number 1, Addison White, 5'7", senior defensive specialist for Coach Heidi Willems. Set by Renzie. Over now to Stensrud. Stensrud gets it down, bumped up by On. White plays it up. Free ball back by Newton, bumped up by Grinnell. Bumped over by Stallman to McClellan, or to Stensrud rather, who has to hit it over, back to On in the back row. Now the front row attack to Willems. Willems takes a swing and gets it in. That time Willems, instead of going opposite corner towards the line judge, went right down the line, saw the opening, or again was told that's where to hit it, and hit the open hole, and it's 8-4. Newton getting back in this one. Third ball is up, bumped up by Grinnell to Renzie the set. A short set that time to the middle, and put in play by the Tigers on a short set. And you saw a great example. That's a play that's called by the coaches or by the setter. If you notice, most of the sets from the setter, Renzie, and now with Isabel Hart coming in, taking her place as a setter, they go way up high in the air. But a short set is when they go short. It's a timing thing, and they do that so the defense does not have time to react. Willems with a kill attempt that time. Newton players wanted a tip ball by Grinnell, but none called. Hit goes long, and it's a point Grinnell, 10-4. Again, just underway here on this Thursday night of high school volleyball, the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Chris, Jeannie, Dan Walker with you from Grinnell High Gymnasium. On now, plays it over, free ball for Grinnell. Hart with a set to Stensrud. Stensrud gets it down, bumped up by the Cardinals. Into the net, and that time a couple of Newton players got tangled up, kind of got in each other's way, which happens sometimes. Ball falls to the floor, and it's a point for Grinnell, and they lead 11-4, as you see on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Serve up by the Tigers. Bumped up, just a free ball by Newton. Grinnell has a chance here. Over now to Hart. Hart with a set to Stensrud. Hammers it down, tipped off 2 Newton players out of bounds. Stensrud 2 for 2 on the kills, and it's 12-4 Grinnell. Well, so far, and I know there's a lot of volleyball left, and Coach Zach Cerisa would be the first to say we got a lot of volleyball left, but so far the Tigers are doing that consistency and playing at that high level they had on Tuesday. Cardinal play it back over. Now to Hart for the set. Short set in the middle. That time hammered down by Grinnell. Back up by the Cardinal and too close to the net. And it gets knocked back, and a point for Grinnell. That's Kayla Lavender there in the middle for Grinnell that had that short set a couple of times. Kayla, a 5'8" middle hitter for Coach Zach Cerisa. Serve played up by On. Set, now a quick set back. Nicely done by the setter for Newton. It looked like they were going to set it, and instead just tipped it over quickly to the hole. Found it and broke that Grinnell run. It is now 13-5 with Cardinals to serve. Chloe Swank, the junior libero. You can tell she's a libero because she has a different color jersey on than everybody else. And we'll cover why that is here as the night goes on. That kill attempt blocked up by Grinnell and Newton. And Newton just plays it over now, plays it short. Back now over a set to Stensrud. She goes up and hammers it down, but didn't quite get on top of that one. Hammers it long, and it's 13-6. The liberos wear a different color jersey because they are allowed to move around and be substituted with. It helps keep track for the libero tracker. Yes, there's an actual person that does libero tracking in volleyball games. It is a stat. It is a thing. Set up by Newton. Over now to Willems. Willems plays it up off of Stallman. Kind of a mishit there. Misplayed it just a little bit. Hit her hands, rolled up, and bounced off her shoulder. Out of bounds, and Cardinals now have scored 3 straight, and they trail 13-7. Serve ball goes up by the Cardinal. Bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Back set to Lavender. Lavender bumps it up. That's right there in the middle. Lavender puts it back down, finds a hole, and that's what you do with that. When the ball's just over on your side of the net, you don't bump it back for a set. You get up there and you hammer it home. Lavender did that. It's a point for Grinnell. Now Stensrud comes out, and back serving for the Tigers. Not sure who that is. Can't see that number. There's a service ace by Grinnell. That's number 2. That's Caitlin Smith, freshman defensive specialist, outside hitter for Grinnell. So Caitlin Smith seeing some time here. Gets the serve up and in. Played it by Grinnell. There's a rotation on, and let's see. They called a 2-hand hit again on the Cardinal on the pass. Heidi Willems kind of took a little glance at the official like, what was that? That looked pretty good, but nonetheless, it was called, so it's a point Grinnell, 16-7. There's another serve receive error by Newton. Story of this first game anyway so far is Newton's having a hard time getting Grinnell's first serve in. Their serve receive is letting them down. Normally a fairly stout team, but for whatever reason tonight, the Grinnell serves has Newton scrambling at times. There's a setup by Grinnell, back row attack by On. Gets it up and down, dug up nicely by Harms. Over now to the Tigers, and we call, it was 2 hits that time called against Grinnell on the pass. And that's just like, you know, it's one of those calls that officials make in any sport. It's subjective, it's a judgment call, and some officials let it go. Really has to be obvious. Other officials, they make it clear right away. There's McClellan coming in. My goodness. Hammers that one home. 18-8. Tigers get the point. But back to my point on the 2-hand hit, you'll see some officials call it very, very close, very, very tight. Others let it go. Tuesday night, we saw that let go a lot. Hardly any 2-hand hit calls. This official so far, he's probably called 6 or 7 on both teams tonight. So it's just one of those things, like any sport, players have to adjust to. Tigers, free ball back over. Cardinals have a chance. There's a set now. Short set on. Tries to hit the back corner. Just missed it. She taps her shoulder, says, my bad, shaking her head. She had the opening, right idea, just missed it a little long. Tigers get the points, 19-8 here in game number 1. Best 3 out of 5 games to 25, win by 2. There's a set up in the middle. On the attack was Haley Sumter. Block right back at her. That time looked like Kendra Knowlton. Hard to see in there in the middle. Couple of Tiger players there. They get the block. Falls on Newton's side of the court, and they get the point, 20-8 Grinnell. Service up by Grinnell. Set up for Grinnell. Here comes On to the back row. On gets the spike. Gets blocked off of Isabel Hart, but it goes out of bounds. And that's a point for Newton. Sub in for the Cardinals, number 6, Haley Ryan. A 5'9" senior right side player coming in. Serve is up, played by Grinnell. Short set to Hart. Coming in that time was Kendra Knowlton, a freshman outside hitter. That was blocked by Newton, but again, you saw the ball roll out of bounds. And it depends who last touched. In this case, Newton touched it last one and hit out of bounds, so it's a point for Grinnell. 21-9 Tigers in this first game. Now senior setter Olivia Renzi with the serve. Renzi's serve bumped up by the Cardinal. Hammer back down by Newton. And again, the ball was stayed on our side of the net. If you notice there, the Tiger player had to wait until the ball crossed the plane of the net there. Even though you're physically able to maybe jump that high, you cannot jump up, reach across on the opposite team's side and make a play on the ball. You have to wait till it crosses on your side. If you do that, then you can hammer it, and that's what Grinnell did. They got the point, 22-9. On, bumps it up. Set, back to the middle to On. Hammers it down, gets it in. There you go. A lot of oomph on that. Caitlin Ahn said that's enough. Hammers it home. You see why she leads the team in kills and blocks. Very valuable piece for Heidi Willems. All 6 players, all the whole team's valuable, but certainly she's a big part of what they do. Renzi with a set now. To the middle to McClellan. Bumped up by the Cardinals. Short set to On. Blocked right back, and that lands in bounds that time. Wow. That was Taryn Stallman, I think, on that block. Knocked it back and landed in bounds. That is a point for Grinnell. And we have a sub in. Reagan Stenzu comes in now, replacing Caitlin Smith. Now McClellan to serve. 23-10, bumped up by the Cardinals. There's a set to the right side to On. Puts it up and down, and that time kind of handcuffed Renzi. One of those in between was right at her face. Couldn't decide to get her hands underneath it and her palms up, or get her hands down together and bump it up that way. Good kill by On, is 23-11 Cardinal. Now On to serve. That serve goes long. And Tigers are at game point. 24-11. Tigers control this game 1. Again, best 3 out of 5, so a lot of volleyball left. Serve up by the Tigers. Bumped up by the Cardinal. There's an attack by Willems. Gets it up and over. Set by Renzi. Over now to Stensrud. Stensrud hammers it down. Bumped up by On. There's another bump. Attack set by Willems. Played up by Grinnell. Renzi with a set back to Stallman. Stallman hammers it down. On plays it up. Now the Cardinals bump it over. Set to Renzi. She tips it back and over. And it's played up by the Newton. Newton coaches wanted to carry there. No, nothing called. Bumped up by the Tigers again. A block. There's a back set to McClellan in the middle. She hammers it down. Bumped up by the Cardinal. Longest route of the match so far. Here's Willems with a kill attempt. Blocked off of Stallman out of bounds. And Cardinals get the point. Now, if you were counting at home, there was one time when Grinnell had a kill. It was tipped by the Newton player at the net, but then they still got 3 hits. That's because that's considered a block attempt. It does not count as one of their 3 hits. So there you go. If you're wondering why that was 3 hits, more than 3, it was, but those that are, again, in officials' judgment, block attempts do not count as part of the 3. Played up by Grinnell. Now Willems on the left side. That time misplayed. Good kill by the Cardinals, and they're not ready to go away just yet. 24-13, still game point for Grinnell. And now Addison White, senior defensive specialist, to serve for the Cardinals. White serve up, bumped up by Stallman. Over now set to Stensrud. Stensrud just has to play it over and arched her back that time. And you'll see when you watch hitters go up, and I said this Tuesday, when they go up, if they go up straight up and down and their swing is good, it's going to be a good hit. If they arch their back in any way, generally means they're trying to bend it to get the ball, and they lose velocity and accuracy and a whole bunch of other things. That time Stenzu went up. She hammered it down, gets it down, back or straight. It's a point, and that is game 1 to the Tigers, 25-14. We'll take this break, come back for game 2 on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, Ramsey Weeks Insurance, and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, and the Dairy Barn. Thank you to all the fine sponsors of the Tiger Sports live stream network.
And this game number 2 brought to us by Brent Nichols State Farm Insurance here in Grinnell. And our scoreboard brought to you by Kurt's Collision Center Scoreboard. And also don't forget those business card sponsors there in the upper left-hand part of your screen. You see them rolling through as well. So as Dan said, a big thank you and tip of the hat to all those fine businesses that help us here at the Tiger Sports Live Stream bring these broadcasts to you. Second of our 3 broadcasts this week. Of course, Tuesday night we had volleyball. Tonight's volleyball. Tomorrow night, we're back to TT Cranium football as the Grinnell Tigers host the Solon Spartans. Both teams were looking for their first district game. And so big game tomorrow night. We'll take you around 7:15 or so with a kickoff around 7:30 tomorrow night on the Tiger Sports live stream network. All right, game 2 underway. Tigers tipped by McClellan, dug up by Newton. Willems gets the ball over, free ball. Renzi with a short setup to McClellan, hammers it down and back, and that time blocked. On was right there. Also number 12, Haley Sumter. Oh, let's see. They called a net violation on Newton. Okay. A couple of Newton players look up and what? But they called that Newton player was in the net, so that takes away the block and makes a point for Grinnell. It's 1-0. Renzi serves it up. Played up by On. Over now to Haley Ryan. Ryan plays it up and over. Bumped up by Stallman. Renzi with a set. Over to McClellan. She tips it up and in. And it's a free ball for the Cardinal. Their time, Caitlin On winds up and takes a swing. So powerful. Really gets a good swing on each ball. And Tigers are there for the block, but again, it went off a Tiger player, landed out of bounds, so it's a point for the Newton, and we're tied 1-1. That's how the first game started out. Swing that time by Stallman. Stallman from the left side. Rotates over, gets a set from Renzi, and Stallman hammers that home. And it's 2-1 Grinnell. Now McClellan to serve. Kenzie, ball up, bumped up by the Cardinals. Played over, middle attack by On, and her attack attempt was long. So that's a point for Grinnell. That's 3-1 Tigers. Again, Grinnell won the first game 25-14. McClellan serve. Bumped up by Newton. There's the set to On the right side. On gets it back and hammers it down. And this time we have a net violation called on Grinnell. They did flash the number. Doesn't matter who it was. They just called somebody who's in the net for Grinnell. So that's a point Newton, and it's 3-2. And Cadence On, the senior outside hitter, 5'11". On name, very familiar name in Newton Athletics. Serve up, Renzi with a set. Over now to Stensrud. Stensrud gets it up and down, bumped up by the Cardinal. Played up by On, back to Willems. Willems gets the pass, tipped up by Grinnell. There's a set over to Harms, over to Stensrud. Stensrud puts it down. Nice play by Newton, diving down to get that. And then the ball just kind of stood there. People were looking. You've got it, I've got it. No, nobody takes it. It drops. If Grinnell gets that point, it's 4-2. Those are the mistakes as a coach you really want to avoid. You can handle like a mishit, and that serve is just one of those ones that hit the net and rolls up and kind of handcuffed the Newton player, Macy Lampy. The setter just was, kind of shrugs, and Coach Heidi Williams does the same thing. Just not much you can do there. It's a point for Grinnell. It's 5-2. As a coach, you can live with the mistakes. If it's a good hard hit, they just miss it or something. That happens. But the unfortunate is like just a drop ball or something like that. Those are what you need to avoid. Because, again, every point or every serve, there's a point to be had somewhere. It's up to you as a team to get it. That kill attempt goes down for Newton. And Cardinals to serve. Addison White back to serve. They trail 5-3. Bumped up by Grinnell. Over to Renzi. Back set to Stallman. Stallman lines it up. And that was either hit the net or blocked back by Newton. Either way, it's a point for the Cardinals, 5-4. White now to serve. There's a kill attempt by Stensrud. Gets it down, bumped up nicely by Newton rather. Now to McClellan. She gets the ball blocked up, played up by the Cardinal. On just to play it over as a free ball. Bumped up by Grinnell. Set to Renzi. Short set in the middle to Lavender. Played up by the Cardinal. Here comes Newton on the attack. Willems with the attack. Blocked by Grinnell. Hit again by Grinnell. Over now to Renzi. Stensrud tries to get it back. Cannot do so, and it's a point for the Cardinal, and we are tied. So 5-5. Newton came back. They were down 5-2. Have scored 3 straight to tie this one up here in game number 2. Renzi with a set. Short set in the middle to Lavender. Tips it up. Trying to find the hole. Nice play by Newton to dig it out of there. On with the middle attack. Gets it down right between 2 Tiger players. And Cadence on. And we get a timeout taken by Coach Zach Cerisa. We'll take one as well on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
We're helping build your dreams at the Proline Building Company. Quality that you can trust in every building we construct. Proline is the place to know. We're committed to helping your dreams grow. We're helping build your dreams at the Proline Building Company.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Proline Building Company.
Newton has the lead, 6-5. Started off all Grinnell. They led 5-2, but Newton has since scored 4 straight. Now they lead 6-5. Cardinals to serve. Ball's up, and that dropped in. That time you can see the Grinnell players talking, communicating. She was told to let it go, so she ducked down and bounced right behind her just inside the line. Line judge flag goes down, signifying it was good. And it's 7-5 Newton. They open up their first double or 2-point lead of the game. And now Grinnell's starting to have some falters and some errors, some unforced errors. 2 balls have hit the court. Coach Zach Cerisa saying, come on, let's go. And Cardinals loving it. It's 8-5. Newton with the lead. Serve up again. Bumped up by Grinnell. Over to Renzi. Set over now to Stensrud. Stensrud hammers it down, and wow. Nice job that time. Number 18, Chloe Swank, the defensive specialist, got down there. It was a hard swing, but she thought she had it, but it went off her side and directly towards the Newton bench. It's a point for Grinnell. That stops that. It's 8-6. Bumped up by Newton. Short set now to Mullins. Bumped up by the Tigers. There's a set back to Stensrud. Stensrud just gets the ball up and over. Free ball for Newton. Cardinals have a chance here. There's a set now over to Willems. Kill wasn't that hard, but almost found the hole. Set up by Stensrud. She hammers it down. Bumped up by Newton. Nice fist save by the Cardinal. Then played back over by On. Free ball by Newton. Chance for Grinnell. Short set to Laverne in the middle. Bumped back by Newton. And that was tipped over and knocked down. Perfect timing by Stensrud on that because the Newton player tipped it. Again, Reagan has to stay on her side of the net of the plane. If you imagine that net going all the way to the ceiling, she has to stay back as she waited till the ball crossed over, then tipped it down. And we had a ready for play signal. Now they're doing a sub, so not sure what that happened there. Normally they don't allow those, but okay. One of our officials telling the Newton coach that you got to be set where you need to be. Coach Willems says you go here, you go there, and all right. And yes, it does make a difference where they start. And I'll explain that to you a little bit later. There's a nice serve off the side. Had some spin on it that time. That was Taryn Stallman. 5'9" sophomore outside hitter. That was spinning away towards the out of bounds side, and On just reached out, tried to get it back in play, but it went off her out of bounds, and we are tied at 8. Stahl with a serve. Played up by Newton. There's a set over down to Willems. Willems jumps, blocked back by Newton, but in the net, I believe. No, they call net violation on Newton. So the Cardinals were in the net, and it's 9-8 Grinnell. Grinnell scored now 4 straight. So trailing 8-5. Stallman with a serve. Bumped up by Newton. There's a set over to Willems. Willems kill attempt. Tips off a Grinnell player. Finds the hole in between. Drops in for a Cardinal point, and we are back tied at 9. Coach Heidi Willems high-fiving players. Much more energy now in this second game by this Newton Cardinal team. Bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Over now to Stensrud. Again, not the hardest swing. Yes, as I tried to say earlier, everybody likes to see the big hard swing. That certainly is a weapon. But also, if you take a peek when you're going up or you're told by one of your teammates where to hit it and can get the ball there, that can be just as effective. As we have seen both sides, both Newton and Grinnell, utilize that. Tigers take the lead 10-9. Here comes the serve. Caitlin Smith with the serve, bumped up by Newton. Set over now to Willems with the attack, and that just a miss hit on her part. Delaney knows that, looks over at her, I'm assuming it's her mother, the coach. They have the same last name. Kind of taps her head and says, that's on me. And it's 11-9 Grinnell. Back and forth we go. Smith with the serve. Bumped up by Willems. Set over now to the right side. There's a kill attempt by the Cardinals. Played up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Over now to McClellan. She tips it over in perfect spot. I don't know if you can see that on the video monitor, but, and I don't know if Coach Cerisa told her because he was right there, but McClellan took a peek, or she looked right where she's going to hit it at this near side corner and found that spot, dropped it in. Nicely done. It's 12-9 Grinnell. Again, everybody likes to see the good hard hit, but a well-placed ball can be just the same. That time, Cadence On was kind of fooled. Looked like one of her teammates was going to take that. She didn't. Tipped off right out of bounds, and timeout taken by Newton. Will take one as well on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyi'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Pollyi's Pizza.
13-9 Grinnell with the lead. Back and forth we go. Grinnell started out, led 5-2. Newton then went on a scoring run. They actually scored 6 straight. They led 8-5. And then Tigers got back on a run, and now they lead 13-9. Caitlin Smith, the freshman defensive specialist, outside hitter for the Tigers serving. Bumped up by the Cardinal. Over to Willems. Blocked back by Grinnell. Bumped up by Newton. Here's a set again. Back to Willems. She tries again. That was tipped and back towards Grinnell. Again, a bit of a miss hit. And the ball drops down, and it's 14-9 Grinnell. It's amazing the ebb and flow of volleyball. And I know this is that way in all sports, but Grinnell had all the momentum. Then Newton got it, and Grinnell was down. At that time, Caitlin On says, thank you very much. We're not ready to go away just yet. Not if I have anything to say about it. The senior puts it home for a point for Newton. Stops that Grinnell run. It's 14-10. Now back serving is Delaney Willems. Bump up, set by Hart. Back set to Kendall Lavender. And that was blocked back by Cadence On. Again, she had a sister that played a few years ago when my oldest daughter played. I believe she tore a knee up there or had some type of knee injury. Unfortunate that she couldn't play that year. Set by McClellan, and that gets in there. McClellan gets up and gets on top of it. Good look at it there. You can see her get up and get her hand way back and then bring her wrist, make contact, and follow her wrist and arm all the way down through and then snap her wrist or bend her wrist down, following through all the way down, putting her hand down by her knees. That's where that ball dropped in. It's a point for Grinnell. It's 15-11 Tigers. Now on with the attack attempt. Blocked right back at her. Wow. Kendra Knowlton got that block, put it right back in the face of the Cardinal, and it's 16-11. Serve up by the Tigers. Played up by Newton. There's a set. Over on the right side. Hit the pole. That's out. You notice on either side of the net there's two red and white striped poles like barber poles, but a lot thinner. If the ball hits those or passes on the outside of it, in other words on the crowd side, the bleacher side, it is out. It's a point for the other team. Set up by Newton. Back row attack, a free ball over. And that time you can see the Newton player, her back was arched, not quite ready for that. And again, if you just watch the hitters when they go up, if their back is arched, generally speaking, it's not going to be a good hit. It may be in, but it's not going to have very much power behind it. Tigers 18-11, serving up. There's the ball pumped up by Newton. Here comes a set over to the middle now, and a big, nice swing by Sumter, but just long. And timeout taken by Newton as well. 19-11 Tigers, back after this on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by West Finch Auto Plaza. Hey, I got a little comment here on Facebook. Someone chimed in, said that they could hear our voices, but they can't see the picture. So if you kind of click on the screen and you see a little gearbox on there, go ahead and click that gearbox and choose the highest quality, or depending if you're your iPad or some tablets, it'll let you choose 1080i, and that'll let you get your video up to speed. It won't be so clunky and ugly looking. And then it should merge with your voice, too. So thanks for asking that question.
Yes, thank you for those comments. We appreciate all the comments. Anything you have, always happy to try to improve our broadcast in any way. Thank you for that. Tigers serving, leading 19-11. Bumped up by Grinnell. There's a set by Smith over now to McClellan. Played up by the Cardinals. Here's on with an attack from the back row. Couldn't tell if that was blocked or hit the net. Looked like it may have hit the net. And that drops down on Newton's side. It's 20-11 Grinnell. Tigers serving it up. Ball's in play. Bumped up by the Cardinals. There's a set. Over to On. Has to be a free ball. Tries to find the hole. Played up by Stallman. There's a set by Hart. Over now to, that time, Knowlton. Just a little bit of mistiming there. Timing wasn't quite on spot. And it ends up being 4 hits for Grinnell, and it's a point Newton. It's 20-12. There's a serve up by the Cardinal, played it by Newton. There's a set, a dink over by the Grinnell setter. On with the kill attempt. Bumped up and over, and On gets the kill, and it's 20-13. Again, we got high school football tomorrow night. Grinnell hosting Solon from T.T. Craney Field, live on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. There's a third point in a row. A bit of a misplay on the serve receive by the Tigers. Newton now has scored 3 straight, and it's 20-14. Was 20-11. So Newton mounting a bit of a comeback here. There's a serve up, and you can just see that right from the get-go. As I said, too, it looked like one of my golf wedge shots. Just everything felt good, but the ball went that way, and you're not sure why. And you see the Newton player just kind of shake her head like, I'm not sure what happened there, but a miss hit, goes out of bounds, and point for Grinnell is 21-14. Now Renzi to serve. Ball's up, bumped up by On. There's a set over now to On in the middle. She puts it down, and big swing. Stallman was there. She blocked it, but it went off her out of bounds on the Grinnell side, so it's a point for the Cardinal. 21-15. Newton slowly and almost, you would say, quietly getting back into this. They were down 10 at one point. Now they're down 6. Grinnell goes up. There's a set up by the Tigers. Over now to On. On puts it down, bumped up by Newton, and now trying to find the hole, played up by Sumter. This time time from Woolhams. There's a set by Renzi to Lavender. Lavender tries to place it, bumped up by the Cardinal. Over now to On for the kill. Swung up, dug out by Grinnell nicely, and just a little bit long on that. pass, and Newton gets that point. It's 21-16. Newton Cardinals and Coach Heidi Woolham say, hold on here a minute. We're not ready to wrap this one up just yet. Good battle back by the Cardinals. Renzi with a set now. Over to Stallman. Stallman gets the hammer, puts it down, and it was out. Just long. Right idea. There was nobody home, and that's one of those all you could do if you're a Newton player is watch it and hope it's out. And it was out. And it's 21-17. Sixth straight for the Cardinal. Bumped up by Grinnell. Set by Renzi. To the middle to McClellan. She hammers it down off of two players out of bounds and point for Grinnell. So that stops that Newton run at 6. 22-17. Tigers to serve. McClellan back to serve for Grinnell. Played up by the Cardinal. There's a set in the middle to On. She comes forward and hammers it, and it's out. It was wide, and that point goes to Grinnell's 23-17. Tigers with the serve. Bumped up by the Cardinal. There's the set. Back set to On. On tries to poke it back to the corner. Right idea, but hustled by the Tigers over there. Getting over there, knocking over is Grinnell. Now play back by the Cardinal. That hit, that time, was down and in. And it's a point for Newton, 23-18. Again, if you coach Heidi Woolham's, you got to like the energy and the effort your team has shown in this second game. On with a serve, bumped up by Grinnell. Renzi with a set, over now to Stensrud. Stensrud hammers it off, hits off of a Newton player, Lampe out of bounds, and it's 24-18, and we are at game point. Tigers will be serving game point. I believe that's Kennedy Harms doing the serving, the Tiger libero in the white uniform. There's a serve up, bumped up by On. There's a set, over now to the right side. Kill attempt taken back by Newton, blocked by Stensrud, out of bounds off Newton, falls to the turf, and that is game 2. Tigers win at 25-18. Take this break, come back for game 3 on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
We're helping build your dreams at the Proline Building Company. Quality that you can trust in every building we construct. Proline is the place to know. We're committed to helping your dreams grow. We're helping build your dreams at the Proline Building Company.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Grinnell Mutual, Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, the Dairy Barn, and the Proline Building Company.
And again, this game number 3 brought to us by Brent Nichols State Farm Insurance of Grinnell. Well, as we said, this is the second of 3 broadcasts this week. And this is our last volleyball broadcast for a couple weeks. Our next volleyball broadcast will be Tuesday, October 3rd, when the Tigers welcome Clear Creek Amana from the WMAC West Conference. And, oh, yeah, by the way, they're just currently 22-0 on the season, ranked number 1 in the state in Class 4A volleyball. Now, both teams have a lot of matches between now and then, but still, very good quality competition. Again, 2 weeks from this coming Tuesday, October 3rd, on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Grinnell won the first game 25-14, took the second one 25-18, and Olivia Renzi serves game number 3 for Grinnell. There's a play up by Newton. Free ball. Renzi with a set. Back to Stallman. Stallman jumps up, gets a kill attempt over, bumped up by Newton, and another free ball by the Cardinal. Play for Grinnell. There's a set by Renzi. Swung by McClellan and blocked right back. That time Stumpter was there. Also number 6 looked like Haley Ryan there as well. Get the block. Goes out of bounds off of Grinnell. And the Cardinal get the point, and they lead 1-0. Sumter to serve now for the Cardinal. There's a serve bumped up by Grinnell. Renzi with a set to the middle of McClellan. She puts it up and down off the block. Drops in between Newton players, and it's 1-1. I'm just pointing this out because I'm kind of a fact geek. But all 3 games will start out that way. Newton has scored first to take a 1-0 lead. The Grinnell's tied it. It's been 1-1. In all 3 games. I know, I can hear people at home, my wife especially, going, okay, that's not that big a deal. I just think it's interesting. All 3 games are that way. Tigers with the attack attempt. Big kill, big swing by Kendra Knowlton that time. Off the set for Brenzy, adding to her team-leading assist total. And Knowlton gets the kill. Freshman outside hitter, and it's 2-1 Grinnell. Back serving is McClellan. Nice serve by her, dug up nicely by the Cardinal. Back set to On. On goes up, and let's see. Oh, they caught a 2-hand hit on Newton. Okay. Whistle is blown. Tigers get the point, and it's 3-1. Serve up by the Tigers. That ball played up and out, and kind of in between. You could tell at the last minute the Newton player was going to let it go, then thought, no, I better get it, so he kind of reached up for it, and usually that causes problems. That ball went out of bounds, and it's 4-1 Grinnell. By the way, you know, you've noticed coaches take timeouts. Each team gets 2 timeouts per game. That time the line drive serve, not quite high enough, hits the net, drops down. It's a point for Newton. But each team gets 2 timeouts per game, not for the entire match, 2 for each game, no matter how many games they play. Cadence on to serve for the Cardinal. Ball hits the net, played up by the Tigers. There's a set to Renzi. To the middle to McClellan. Puts it up off the net, played up by the Cardinal. Bumped up by Newton. Over to Willems. She drops it in again. A great example right there. Willems was either told or saw that opening. She didn't have to hit it hard. She just put it where they weren't. And dropped it in for a Cardinal point, and it's 4-3. On now to serve. Bumped up by Grinnell. Set to Renzi. Over to Stensrud. She hammers it down. My goodness. Again, if you don't know about Reagan, her mom was the coach of the Tiger program the last couple years. As a freshman, she was out. She's a junior this year. Her freshman year she missed. She tore her knee up. When she was coming back from that, halfway through or towards the end of her freshman, she tore it up again. So she missed all of her sophomore year playing. So this is her first year back, and good to see her back out on the court. And that point was tipped up again. Nice play by the Cardinal. Wasn't a hard hit, but doesn't have to be. Very effective. Found the place where the Tigers weren't. They get the point, and it's 5-4. Cardinals with a serve. Addison White doing the honors. There's a serve up. Bumped up by Grinnell. Set to Renzi. Over to Stensrud. She puts it back. Nice diving play by Wolves to get that up. Free ball by the Cardinal. Tigers have a chance for an attack. Here comes Renzi. Set to the middle to Lavender. She tips it off. And diving there behind was White, but one of the players got it in front of her, tipped it out of bounds. And Grinnell gets that point. They lead 6-4. Taryn Stallman now going back to serve. Her mom, Jen, a longtime volleyball fan. She had a daughter that played when my daughter played. Alyssa played with my daughter, Cameron. Serve up, set back to Stensrud, hammers it down, blocked back by New, but tipped back by Grinnell. Wow, there's a setup. Willems plays it over, bumped up by Stallman. Set now to Smith, to McClellan, who takes a big swing, and you can see that time did not quite get up on top of it and snap a wrist through. Ball went long. It's a point for Newton, 6-5. Chloe Swank, the libero, back to serve. Again, libero, they wear the different color jersey. By rule. There's a set by Hart. Hart hammers it to Stenzu. That time didn't go cross court to the corner, went right down the line on that left side where she came from. And again, don't know if they see that when they're going up or if they're being told. Each coach does it differently. Doesn't matter that she's being told if she hits in the right spot, nobody home, and it's a point for Grinnell. On bumps it up. There's a set, and that was a two-handed hit. That time on Lampy. Kind of shakes her head, like kind of disagrees with that call, but nonetheless, the official calls it. They've been calling it pretty tight all night. It's 8-5 Grinnell. Caitlin Smith with a serve, bumped up by the Cardinal. There's a set by On. Back to Willems. Willems gets it up and over. Nice diving play by Grinnell. Again, Willems, the big swings weren't working for her, so now she's trying to place the ball and find the openings. So far, so good. I believe Willems is 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 when she's done that. It's 8-6. Serve up by Willems. Bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. To the middle to McClellan, who unloads and puts it home. McClellan there from that middle spot can go anywhere she wants, and she chose the back left corner where the two lines point. Got it to drop in. It's 9-6 Grinnell. Serve up by the Tigers, and that one goes out. No, it drops in. Called in, okay. By the line judge. That was Kayla Lavender doing that. Ball caught the line. And if you're wondering, well, why do the officials do that and they need a line judges, I'll tell you here in just a minute. Serve up by Grinnell, bumped up by Newton. Sumter with the attack, blocked back there by Stedzrud and another player. Knowlton, I believe, got the biggest part of that. And timeout taken by Coach Heidi Williams. Will take one as well on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Polley's Pizza.
And again, this game brought to you by Brett Nichols State Farm Insurance. Well, we talked about how, there's two officials, the chair umpire and the other umpire referee there right by the net, then there's two line judges. People have asked, well, why do they need the line judges? Why can't the officials just look? Well, because each official has responsibilities. The gentleman up in the chair nearest to you in the picture, they are watching the net to see if people go over the net or if the ball's blocked into the net or blocked by hands. And the official on the far side is looking to see if players are in the net not during the serve, but just after they get it hitting. There's a kill attempt in the middle, a set that time by Knowlton. My apologies. Knowlton with a big swing. The freshman puts it home, and it's 12-6 Grinnell. Wow. Coach Zach Cerisa has to like what he sees out of his young Tiger team. Serve up by the Tigers. Bumped up by Newton. There's a set to the middle to Sumter. Blocked back by Grinnell. Two players are right there. Sumter would get a block back. Falls in bounds on the Newton side. Point for Grinnell. It's 13-6. Lavender to serve. There's a serve up. Bumped up by Sumter. Tipped over that time. Nicely done by Macy Lampy, this junior setter. Saw the Grinnell was hanging back, saw that open again. Faked like she was going to set it up, but this time quickly set it over, or it's called a dink. Dinked it over and got the point. That stops the Grinnell run. It's 13-7. Just what the doctor ordered if you're a Newton Cardinal fan. Serve up by Newton. Bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Free ball by McClellan goes out of bounds. That's a point for Newton. 13-8, as you see on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Also, don't forget our business card sponsors there in the upper left-hand corner, rotating through as well. Thank you and tip of that to all our sponsors on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Knowlton that time, a huge swing blocked by the Cardinal, but goes off them out of bounds. So it's off Newton out of bounds. It's a point for Grinnell, 14-8. Now Knowlton goes out and she gets some high fives. Or check that, Isabel Hart goes out as Olivia Renzi comes in, the senior setter. Renzi with the serve, leading 14-8. Bumped up by the Cardinal. Pass that time by On. She reaches out to her teammates. That's on me. That was a bad pass by me. Into the net. Point for Grinnell, 15-8. Again, best 3 games out of 5 to 25. Win by 2. Renzi with a serve. Bumped up by the Cardinal. There's a set in the middle to On. Free ball upped over. Renzi with a set. Over now to McClellan. Knowlton goes up, fakes the swing, and McClellan puts it home. And it is all Tigers right now. 16-8, Grinnell with the lead. Renzi to serve. That ball goes in the net. Didn't get quite a highest toss as she would have liked. And you ask, well, could she have stopped it? Yes, you can. If you toss the ball up and you don't start your swing attempt, you can just let the ball fall at the floor, and they will let you serve again. Another little rule about volleyball. There's a nice play by On that time. On has all the tricks. The senior has that experience. She knows she can swing big, but there's also times she knows it's time just to find the spot. She did that time, found the spot where Grinnell wasn't, and gets the point for her Cardinal team, 16-10. There's a set by Renzi. Knowlton that time, they run that play where she starts the middle, circles around behind the setter, and tries to get it home in the back corner. Just missed it long. 2 in a row now for Newton, and it's 16-11. With Haley Sumter to serve. Serve bumped up by Grinnell. Set to Renzi. Over down to McClellan on the right side, bumped up by the Cardinal. Free ball over. Grinnell will have a shot. To Renzi. To Harms. Now to McClellan. She tries to get that spin move in, and she points to her teammates, so that leads me to believe that Harms told her to go for that spot. Each hole on the floor is numbered. 3 rows across the front, 1, 2, 3, then the back rows 4, 5, 6. And no, I don't know the order, but she probably told her where to hit it. And that was the spot she hit it in and got the point, 17-11. Bumped up now by Newton. There's a set now over to Rohrbaugh. Rohrbaugh bumped up by Grinnell. Short set Renzi to that time to Knowlton, and a little bit of missed timing on that one. Didn't quite get the timing down, did the freshman. Missed on that one, and it's 17-12, Newton. Caden Son back to serve for the Cardinal. Ball put in play by Harms. Set to Renzi. To Stensrud. Gets it down, dug up by On. Over now to Woollums. Woollums bumped over, and Harms just couldn't quite get there. Nice job by Woollums, gets that kill. 2 in a row, or 3 in a row now for Newton, and it's 17-13. Cardinal creeping back into this one. On with the serve. Bumped up by Stensrud. To Renzi. To Stallman on the backside. Bumped up by the Cardinal. There's a set over now to Woollums. Woollums tries to find the opening. Diving play by Renzi. Get it up in the air. Stensrud puts it up and tries to get it down. Did not try to get that back corner. Just could not get it to drop. Point for the Cardinal. It's 17-14. Timeout taken by Grinnell. We'll take one as well on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyi'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Pollyi's Pizza.
So Grinnell first year coach Zach Cerisa takes his first time out. Each team has taken one. They each have one left. Tigers lead 17-14, but Newton has scored 5 straight. It was 17-11. My apologies. Obviously, I cannot do math. They've scored 3 straight. And now they trail 17-14. On with a serve. Bumped up by Grinnell. Over to Renzi. Renzi to Stensrud. Hammers it down, and just like that. How often do you see that out of a timeout? Coach calms him down, says, go back to what you were doing. I'm not saying Coach Cerisa did that. I have no idea what went on in that huddle, but it's almost like he said, all right, forget all that. Go back to what you were doing and boot it right. And they hammered home 18-14 Grinnell. There's a free ball by Newton. Tigers have a shot here. Bumped up by Harms. To Renzi. Short set now. Tipped over by Lavender. Diving play by Newton to get it up. Nice job. Willems puts it up and over. Tries to find the spot. Renzi with a set. Back to the right side of Stallman. She tips it up and over. Played up by the Cardinal. There's a set now to Willems. Willems with a swing. Free ball by Grinnell. Harms with a set. To the back row to McClellan. She puts it up. Off. Play nicely done by Newton. Gets that bumped up by Grinnell. Renzi with a set to Stallman. Stallman comes up. Knocked up by Newton. Nice rally going here on both sides. On with a hit. And they call 2 hits on whom? They call it on Newton. And that is a point for Grinnell. All right. 19-14. Tigers with the lead. And that's a service error by the Tigers. Goes into the net. Point for the Cardinals. 19-15. Back to serve now for Newton. Addison White, a senior defensive specialist, 5'7". Puts the ball in play. Dug up nicely by Grinnell. Renzi with a set to the middle to Lavender. She puts it back and drops it in. Nobody home. Again, Lavender wasn't a particularly hard hit, but as we've said, if you find the spot, it doesn't have to be hard, just accurate, and she put it right where it needed to be. Drops in, and Tigers get to 20 points. Now Terrence Stallman. Back to serve for Grinnell. Stallman, serve up. Bumped up by Newton. There's a set now. Back to Willems. Willems' kill attempt blocked by Grinnell. Played up by the Tigers. Set by Hart. Over to Stensrud. Stensrud hammers it down. Dug up nicely by Sumter. Or checked out by Swank. Bumped up by Grinnell. There's a hit attempt by Newton. And they call a net violation on Grinnell. Floor referee Bob Fessler of Pella. Used to be the Pella coach. Has a daughter play for Pella and then in college. Also, he's done some line judging for some Big 12 games, if I recall. 2016. There's a hit by Grinnell. Bumped up nicely by Newton. Back now to Willems. Willems has to just play it over. Free ball for Grinnell. Hart with a set. Back to McClellan. She tries to find the hole. Played up by Newton. Sumter with a set. Over now, kill attempt by the Cardinal. Drops in between 2 Grinnell players. And it's 20-17. With apologies to Lee Corso on College Game Day, Newton's telling Grinnell, not so fast, my friend. Don't write us off yet and start our bus up just yet. Cardinal trying to fight back in this one, down 20-17. Play by Grinnell. Set by Hart. And that time, Stensrud couldn't quite get underneath it. Bit of a miss hit, and it's 20-18. Tigers led it at one point by 9. Now it's cut to 2. Cardinal doing a nice job of battling back here. Bumped up by Grinnell. Set by Hart. To Stensrud. Hammers it down and blocked right back in her face. Sumter right there to block that one. Drops in Grinnell's side of court. And it is 20-19. Timeout taken by Grinnell. We'll take one as well on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by West Finch Auto Plaza. A little Sweet Caroline in the background.
Yes. 20-19. Newton has battled back from being down 9 to being down just 1 here in this third game. Grinnell won the first game 25-14, won the second game 25-18. They lead 2 games to none. Newton bouncing back, though. Here we go. Served up by the Cardinal. Set by Hart. Over to Stensrud. Stensrud tries to find the back line. Dug up by Swank. Swank gets a step to On. On puts the ball over. Free ball up by Grinnell. Free ball played up, and Tigers have to get it over. And that was hit way too hard. Lavender got way too much on that. And guess what, folks? It is 20-20. Hold on to the things here just a minute. Newton battling back. Bump up by Grinnell. To Stensrud. She puts it up. Swank plays it up nicely. There's a set now to Willems. Willems puts the ball up. Played up by the Tigers. Set back to Hart. McClellan tries to attack from the back row. Hits the net. And the Cardinal have come all the way back and take a 1-point lead. Wow. Cardinal with a serve. Bumped up by Grinnell. Set to Hart. Stensrud tries to find the back hole. And again, just a miss hit on her part. And it's 22-20. Coach Zach Teresa has used both his timeouts, so cannot call a timeout here. And Newton serving with the ball and all the momentum. Setting out of Stensrud. She hammers it out that time. Winds up. A little bit of anger in that one. Reagan said herself, all right, that's enough of this. Hammers it home. Tigers cut it. Close back within one, 22-21. Caitlin Smith in to serve for Grinnell. Smith, serve up, and into the net goes the ball. Another service error for the Tigers. Unofficially, I have them. That's 4 for this match. Or rather, for this game, excuse me. Where they had maybe 1 the prior 2 games. Serve up by the Cardinal. To the middle to McClellan. 23-21 Newton. Bumped up by the Cardinal. On with the head and just right idea. Try to hit that back corner. Grinnell wasn't home, but she hit it just wide. Big moment there. On had the opening. Could not quite get it down. It's 23-22. Newton still with the lead, but Grinnell now serving. Tigers get the serve up and in. Bumped up by On. There's a set. Back to On. Unloads, and it drops in. Well, now what did they call here? Let's see. No, they called that against Newton. Okay, I'm not sure what that call. I didn't see any official signal. They just pointed towards Grinnell. So, all right, it's tied up at 23. Okay. And that one lands in the back corner. What a serve that time by Kayla Lavender. And it is match point. Tigers have scored 3 straight to get back in this and take the lead. 24-23 for the match. Ball served up, played up by Newton. There's a set, short set up, bumped up by Grinnell. Set, over now to McClellan. She puts it up towards On. Bumped up by On. Here comes On the attack. She swings on a block back by Grinnell. Bumped up by the Cardinals, still alive. Cardinals get it over. Nice job by them. Hart with a set to McClellan. Off of Newton, out of bounds, and that is it. Wow. Tigers come back, win this third game, 25-23. They win the match 3-0, defeating the Newton Cardinals. Wow, my goodness. Well, that'll wrap it up for tonight. As we said, our next volleyball broadcast a week from Tuesday on October 3rd when they host Clear Creek and Amana. Our next Tiger Sports live stream broadcast tomorrow night. Tigers hosting the Solon Spartans at TT Cranny Field. Kickoff pregame about 7:15. Kickoff around 7:30. Also, want to mention the Band Boosters Barbecue Supper is going on tomorrow night as well. From 5 to 7, stop in and get some good barbecue food and help support the band program. For my partner, Dan Walker, I'm Chris Juni saying good night from the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is a violation of the law.